I'm sure you've heard that vitamin C is great for fighting off colds. Is this true? Hi, I'm Simone, in-home personal trainer. Thank you for stopping by, and if you're new, welcome back. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about vitamins you should be taking, especially now. Now, of course, you don't have to supplement, but it can be great to add to your diet, especially because it's been shown that the food that we're consuming now, today, is not as beneficial, and there are so many supplements out there, and more does not mean better. And when you take in supplements via pill form, liquid form, whatever it is, it can be harmful for you, because it's better to consume nutrients and food together in harmony, because they are processed differently than if you were to take a concentrated form of a supplement. First one we're going to talk about is collagen. So it's been getting talked about a lot in the past recent years or so, and for good reason. It has been proven to be an anti-skin aging type of treatment in terms of when you take it internally rather than applying it so much topically to the skin, and it is a powerful ingredient, and it does reduce those fine lines, and it also helps with the overall joints of the body. And MSM does the same thing. Here's a picture. It's less commonly known. It also helps with ailments and joint pain, and a lot of people who have arthritis can also benefit from MSM. It is a natural ingredient, but it can also be man-made. Or the difference between MSM and collagen is that collagen is more protein-based and MSM is more sulfur-based. Next is omega-3. This is great to have in your diet if you don't consume a lot of fish or fats, because it does help with lubricating the joints, with cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's. It's being studied to help with that as well, but more research needs to go into that. It's just an overall great ingredient. Vitamin D, it really is important to have, especially for people with darker skin tones like me, or if you're living in Canada or other countries where the sun rays actually do not hit you the same way that someone in the Caribbean would, for instance. They're getting a lot more vitamin D than we are. And I prefer the liquid form with a lot of these, because it's just a more, I guess, straightforward way of consuming the supplement, the ingredient, rather than having a pill form that may have other fillers in it. There's also a spray version of this that I love to use, and you need to pay attention to your body, to how it responds when you start supplementing. Like, does it feel good? Does it feel bad? Are you noticing an increase in energy, a decrease in energy? Monitor how you're feeling. When you have a lack of vitamin D, it actually causes a lot of problems. And those who are at risk are people who are obese, people who have darker skin tones like me, and those who suffer from kidney or liver disease. Another great supplement is vitamin C. This is the one that I take. And it's free of dairy, wheat, gluten, soy, peanuts, flavors, colors, and sweeteners. And it's great. I think it's definitely added something to my diet, because I don't like citrusy foods. I tend to stay away from oranges and lemons just because, I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. I'm sure you've heard that vitamin C is great for fighting off colds. Is this true? So for some people it is, and for some people it isn't. And it may not necessarily fight off the cold, but it will affect how long the cold lasts. Keep in mind, if you do have kidney disease, you should not be consuming vitamin C. Protein powder. It is a great supplement and has been researched for decades and continues to be researched to this day. And there are many benefits to taking it, but at the end of the day, you don't need it in your diet. I think it's mainly for people who are exercising and trying to lose weight, because it does, protein is the building block of the body. So it's great for muscle recovery, and when you're trying to lose weight, it's great to keep you satiated along with many other things. So you do have to be careful though. You don't want to overconsume protein powder, because it can be a lot, and it does put a lot of extra work on the kidneys and liver to filter it out, and if consumed in too large amounts, it can cause other issues. So there's a number of protein powders that I've tried and enjoy, but personally I no longer consume it anymore, because I feel like I get enough protein in my diet. Plus, I just don't really care for always making a protein shake and when I don't feel like I need it. The Vega one, I'm sure you've seen it, is one that I recommend because it is a plant-based protein, And I also like casein. I'll put that here. But there's so many out there, and I should be trying more as well just to see what's out there. But at the end of the day, just pay attention to those ingredients. Make sure the sugar content is very low, and you should be okay. So this one I like because it's plain. I'm not a fan of the Vega flavored ones because, yeah, the flavor is just not there for me. Next is protein powders. So the verdict is still out on this one. Do you need it? Do you not need it? If you're getting enough food from your diet, I feel like you don't really. But if you're not getting those nutrients, then for sure, maybe you could. But they're still doing studies on this. And at one point, there were studies out saying that it made no difference. Now they're looking at the long-term effects of it. Also, keep in mind that there's no standard for what actually makes a multivitamin. So that does leave a little bit of the gray zone and other areas of concern. But at the end of the day, your doctor and see what they recommend. Also, some of the multivitamins get secreted out of your urine within a couple hours. So not everything is actually being consumed. A lot of them have these long ingredients, vitamin A, vitamin D, it has this, it has that. But how much of it is actually being consumed and utilized by the body? Is it more of a placebo effect? I don't know. My most favorite supplement, and the one I'm actually the happiest about adding to my diet right now, is greens powder. So I love this because most people are not getting enough vegetables in their diet. Like, that's just point blank. So if you're not getting enough vegetables, you can supplement with veggie powder, greens powder. These green powders can have wheatgrass, matcha, spinach, kale, like all sorts of ground up veggies. And that's great because, of course, they're chock full of nutrients. Obviously, the concern, though, with these greens powders is that you're not going to be, eating a vegetable that day because you think, oh, yeah, I'm good. Like, I've had the greens powder. But you want to be mindful that this is not a replacement for your vegetables. You should still be consuming them. And I know I mentioned in the video or in this video earlier that we're not getting the same amount of nutrients from our food as we once were. That doesn't mean that our food is void of any nutrients. They're still there, and we can just add on to it a little bit more. If there's one takeaway I can give, it's better, usually always better, to get these nutrients from your diet rather than a derivative or a supplement. So that's all the supplements that we've gone over. See if there's anything you'd be willing to give a try. Talk to your doctor. And thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, begin your fitness and health journey today because no one's in your way.